Hello, I'm Jane Kane, Library Director. The town of Yarmouth has an opportunity to apply for a state grant that would provide significant funding for new library space, either a renovation of one existing library or construction of a new library. In order to apply for this grant, we need your help. There are two articles on this year's April 30th annual town meeting warrant related to this request for support. Article 13 seeks town meeting approval for us to apply for and to expend the grant funding if our grant application is successful. We need this approval before we can even apply for the grant. Article 14 is for the town to set aside $150,000 in funding to match grant funding from the Commonwealth to begin planning, site selection, and feasibility studies for a library renovation, addition, or construction. The monies would not be spent unless we are chosen for the grant. However, we cannot even apply for the grant without a yes vote on these two articles at town meeting. Thank you very much for your interest and support of the town libraries, and we'll see you at town meeting.
Hello, I'm Mindy Harrington, the Youth Services Supervisor at Yarmouth Town Libraries. It was my pleasure to input the data from the paper surveys for the LPC. It was heartwarming to witness the community's profound affection for the library and its staff. Despite the obstacles we face, our commitment to excellence remains steadfast. While we are resolute in our mission to deliver exceptional service, the implementation of a new modern library would undoubtedly elevate our efforts. Yarmouth Town Libraries attempts to provide educational, cultural, and recreational programs for all age groups. Despite the high demand for these programs, space constraints are a limiting factor. West Yarmouth Library has a front lawn that we often use throughout the summer. The outdoor space is subject to seasonal restrictions, noise challenges, and safety considerations. These limitations have deterred some organizers from hosting events there. The indoor space can be utilized for very small programs, but it interferes with others using the library. Storage options are confined to the basement, resulting in arduous transportation of supplies up and down the steep and narrow stairs for programs or between locations. The setup for summer programs requires 10 or 11 trips up and down the stairs for each program, while moving supplies between libraries necessitates the use of one SUV and a truck, and no recourse to retrieve any forgotten items. The South Yarmouth Library features a gazebo ideal for hosting story time or small events during nice weather. Yet its proximity to the parking lot raises safety concerns. There is high demand in the South Yarmouth Library's single meeting room. The library's single meeting room experiences high demand, necessitating additional programming to be accommodated in public areas, which again interferes with other patrons' use of the library. Limited waiting space outside the room poses safety risks and noise conflicts, with some groups forced to wait on the narrow stairs. Other operational challenges include non-functional sinks, requiring all programming materials to be taken home for cleaning, and adults resorting to using baby wipes for hygiene. Despite operating under constraints, the current attempts align closely with the community's demand for public programming. To sustain and enhance our services, our town must focus its resources efficiently. The library should aim to have the capacity to offer multiple programs simultaneously, set up for various sizes of meeting rooms and tutoring areas, providing workspace for remote workers, and ensure privacy for individuals who require wellness checks or supervised visits. In addition, creating inviting spaces for young people to learn and grow. This is essential to ensure our library visitors feel valued and integral to the community at large. And for that, more space is sorely needed. I thank you for your time and attention to this matter.
Hi, my name is Chris Kaufman, and I'm the head of Technical Services and IT Librarian for the Yarmouth Town Libraries. A big and ever-growing part of my job is helping patrons learn how to use technology or troubleshoot issues they're having with their technology. While an inordinate amount of staff time is spent trying to work around extreme space constraints, and we can't keep the kinds of things that other libraries do and that our patrons would love to have, like power tools or kitchen gadgets or lawn games, I also want to highlight how much lack of space affects patron privacy. Some of the things I and other staff help patrons with involve very sensitive personal information. We help people navigate all of the things that used to be done face to face or over the phone, but now have to be done online. This includes RMV transactions, medical and legal situations, job applications, online shopping, booking flights, applying for new business licenses. And those aren't even the most sensitive things we help people with. I've helped people resecure their computers and accounts after they've fallen for a scam email and are worried their accounts and computer files have been compromised. While we make every effort to ensure as much privacy as possible, all of these interactions, in which personal experiences, passwords, email addresses, sometimes credit card numbers, dates of birth, have to happen out in the open because there is no space available in our libraries with doors that close. I know most people would think that this is a temporary problem and that in a few years everyone will be used to the internet, but this is not going away. Technology is vastly outpacing most people's ability to understand it, and with the increase in artificial intelligence, the need for this kind of help is only projected to increase. The library is very quickly becoming one of the last places where people can have a face to face interaction and get help navigating life. There are also other services that we can't hope to provide in Yarmouth because of lack of space and outdated systems, like passport services, technology training spaces, small business help centers, or a kiosk to pay town tax or water bills. Some towns smaller than ours have libraries that even offer 3D printing. With a 3D printer, you can replace the doohickey from your bathtub shower handle for pennies instead of spending $150 or more for a whole new fixture set. We love our libraries and we love our patrons, and I know they love us and would hate for the buildings to go away or change. But part of the reason our patrons like them so much is because they're a hidden gem. You can drive right by the libraries and have no idea they're there. But public libraries, like all other public services, are not meant to be well kept secrets that you have to know to look for. I've worked at other libraries on the Cape, and the libraries are a tourist attraction. They're a destination people plan into their itineraries, and we often fielded phone calls for people wanting hotel recommendations because they were going to be traveling to attend a program we were hosting, or because they planned their summer vacation around our summer programming. In Yarmouth, we just don't have the facilities to attract people like that. They're not the revenue or prestige generating presences that they could be. We might have a shot at changing that with the state's help, and we really hope we at least get the opportunity to try.
Please be sure to attend town meeting on April 30th, where a request for appropriation in support of the construction grant program will be on the agenda. Thank you.